welcome everybody to the Mediumship Show, and I'm back after a short absence. This was due to many reasons. Actually, there was some technical things going on, as there always is, it seems, when we're doing this kind of work. I've got lights that don't work. Actually, we're flickering on and off all the time. But anyway, all this to say that I'm back again, and I'll continue to do this as I think it's quite important. Good evening, Mike. Nice to be here again. Yes, Deonaria, it's nice to be back and nice to have you on board here. Let's see who pops up in the spirit world tonight. I've got a few things I just want to say, but and then we'll get on to the business of connecting with spirit. I'd like to have a message from my guides, or whoever comes when you can. Absolutely, no problem at all there. And hello from Jeanne. Hello. Okay, so look, let's just get down to business first of all. I want to, obviously, Linda Kramer, she's doing the rounds again. If you go to her Facebook page, Dr. Linda Kramer, Paranormal, she's doing a lot more interviews now about her near-death experience, and as she says, each interview has something different to say, so you're not going to hear the same thing over and over again. And of course, we mustn't forget our dear friend Colin, the A to Z Index of Spiritualism, and you can find him at ethericweb.com. He does lots of circles and stuff like this, but if you go to ethericweb.com, you'll be able to find out what's going on in his neck of the woods there. So let's see. Hello from Monica. Okay, well, thank you for joining us. I just want to very briefly go over this subject. I do these mini channelings from Jeanne, and I did one today, and it was basically talking about it's only a few lines before I do the big channel. It's basically talking about the Prime Directive, and a lot of people didn't know what the Prime Directive was. The Prime Directive has been lifted. Well, it has been lifted. It's been lifting all the time, very, very gently. But since 2020, it really took a big leap. Now, the Prime Directive, this phrase and many other phrases you will hear in TV programs and movies. And the reason for this is in TV and movies, there's a lot of insiders, is the way we can put this, and they're not always working for the light. And they obviously hijack a lot of what the spiritual world does and tries to invert it. But anyway, be it as it may, the Prime Directive, as in the TV series or movie, whatever it was, said that they, I think it's the USS Enterprise, can help people on another planet, providing they don't interfere with their evolution. So if the people on the planet wanted to go to war, they couldn't stop the war, even though they had the capacity to do so. And it's the same with our guides. Up until this point, our guides didn't really have permission, or don't have permission, to stop people going to war. Now, they still don't have that permission, but the fact that the Prime Directive of no interference has been lifted, they can interfere a lot more with our evolution, and this is because we'll be able to make the decision. So, putting it in earthly terms, the divine had said no interfering with the evolution of mankind. The Prime Directive has been lifted sufficiently that now our higher selves, our souls, if you like, our guides, where we all come together in that higher realm, we are able to now dictate a little bit more the direction in which we are going on this planet. And so also understand that because the vibration of the planet is a lot faster due to our evolution, it's, speeded up, our consciousness is speeded up, it can no longer the societal structures that we see today are all collapsing because it has no support, because this new vibration does not support the banking system, it doesn't support the schooling system, it doesn't support religion, it doesn't support politics. And this is why we're seeing it all crumble now before our very eyes. So there's nothing to be alarmed by any of this. This is just the way it is. What's going to happen is that a new world is entering, and this old world that we live in is not going to be the same. Well, it doesn't exist anymore. This is why you're seeing a lot more parents doing homeschooling. They don't trust the system. That's why you see people leaving religion and going to spirituality a lot more. People leaving religion and going to spirituality a lot more, because we can see what's done in the name of religion. We can see what's done in the name of religion. We can see the endless amount of doublespeak that politicians and other people in authority talk. And now people are just getting the idea that we're not having it anymore. And so we're able to connect a lot more. Once we step into our own authority, our own sovereign self, we're able to connect with the higher realms a lot more. And therefore be less dependent on these societal structures. So please don't be alarmed. I know it looks terrible. Everything's going. It is terrible. People are losing their lives. What I would say is, and it's just a matter of fact, and a sad matter of fact, but people have been losing their lives through wars and everything since mankind, and a better situation has come in. And it doesn't have to be this way. We could. Somebody once said, well, what if no one turned up for a war? Then there's no war. It's that simple. So it is what it is. In Jeanne's time, or Joan of Arc, or Jeanne d'Arc in her time, to the English, she would have been regarded today as a terrorist, someone who's responsible for the deaths of thousands of people. But to the French, she was a hero, and what she did was reasonable to take back their country. So in many ways, if we want to look at the situation that's going on today, we have to do it not with partisan eyes. We have to see it as it is without taking sides, and just see exactly what's going on. And you have to see between the layers that are going on. So anyway, let's have a look. What would a love message from Spirit World for me, if possible? Okay, we come to that. I just want to have a look at these last two, and then we can get going. Hi Hazel. Nice for you to join. I think you're back from your little adventure. The last I saw, you was popping off on an airport somewhere. Okay, well, look, let's begin here and see. I like to have a message from my guides or whoever comes when you can. Okay, so first of all, the first thing, Dariana, that I'm picking up from you is that there is a lot more lightness around you these days. It seems that you don't have so much the worries and fears of the direction that you're going to be taking. I say going to be because you're still going to make that step, but that heaviness that you carried on your shoulders worrying doesn't seem to be there. It's got a lot lighter now, and so now you're able to take the first steps in the direction you wish to go. And what they're saying is just do it, just take the first step. That's always the hardest step, but thank you, you have enough experience in your life to be able to take the first step. And what they're saying, it's not even a risk, because I think whatever it is that you want to do, you're good at it. You know that you can do it, you can achieve. And I think this is a spiritual path that we're talking about as part of your journey. Certainly there is a major spiritual element to it, but in return, in terms of work or the direction you're going in family life and things like that, it's going to get much better, because I think you're going to be moving soon into a new place, and that'll have a much better energy than where it is now. And I think this is where you will start to start taking on more ideas about work and what it is that you want to do. But you have to take that first step. I'm not sure if this lady is with you before I move on, but while I was meditating earlier, I clearly felt a lady come and sit down right next to me. And this lady, I think she's a grandmother, but she presented herself as a mother in about the early 50s. And she sat next to me. And you know, like how they used to on buses, where they sit and their legs are very tightly together and their handbag is on their knees. That's exactly how she sat. And she was wearing these glasses. You know how they used to have the little wings at the end? I'm not sure if these had wings on the end, but they certainly had that feel about them. She sits here and she doesn't say anything until she's allowed to speak, as it were. I guess allowed to speak is the wrong word, but she won't say anything until she's invited to speak. So this was a very, very polite woman that we have here. She might be family of yours, but you certainly know her, and you certainly have this good feeling about her, and I feel it comes back to when you was a lot younger. So if you can identify this woman, please let me know. Oh, and she wants me to show that her dress goes over her knees, and it feels like it's a tweed type of dress, very smartly dressed. I get the impression she might have been something like a early telephone operator or a secretary in a building here that had a lot of communications going on. So there was something to do with communication in the field that she worked in before she became a mother. So if that's not for you, Jeanne, it might be for someone else. But this lady's definitely sitting here. And she has a gentle smile on her face. Her hair is brushed back. So getting back to your conundrum, it is there for you to take. We don't normally talk about health, but I know you've been a bit concerned about your health, but because I just feel a little bit of something in and around my stomach. This is nothing. This is stress, they're telling me. All right. All it is stress. So get rid of the stress. And how do you get rid of the stress? We've mentioned it many times, haven't we? We find our passion. When we're doing our passion, we don't have any aches and pains. I can testify to that. So there you are. There's a birthday coming up, they tell me, and they show me it's a child or a young, it could be about 12-year-old, but certainly someone young. It's a birthday or an anniversary, around about 12 years of age coming up, and they just want you to know about this, also that they know what's going on in and around you. So I'll leave that with you. If you can make some comments when that all sinks in, that'd be great. So let's go on to the next one, which is any message for me, Jeanne. Yeah, of course, there's bound to be a message for you. Okay, well, there's a lot of high energy tonight here. I don't know if you guys, you can feel this energy. You can probably feel the change of temperature around you as the change of temperature around me starts to get a lot colder. I think, Jeanne, one of the reasons I'm saying this is because I think it's probably going to feel it in and around you pretty soon. I've got it on the knees and it's coming down the back, and I think they're bringing this to you because you have been seeing or sensing spirit of late, and they want you to know that it's them in the spirit world. So I'm just going to find out who it is that we got here and what the message is. Excuse me. Oh, lovely. Okay, it's about your path. Again, I think similar to Diliana, the weight that you've been carrying around you has lifted, and you have found a little bit more of self-love, is the only way I can say it. And this has helped you absolutely enormously, and I want to tell you this so that you can keep on this path. There's still a few humps and bumps to go, but that really heavy feeling that you had at one time, that sense of loss or that sense of helplessness, has disappeared, and the weight of how am I going to get through this, or the expectation of managing your finances is going to ease as more finance comes in. And the reason more finance comes in is because you worry less about it, and you're no longer chasing money. You're allowing money to come to you. And this is a great lesson for all of us. We should never chase money looking for that next buck. Keep looking. Look, that vibration's over. Just simply breathe and allow, and know that you're worth more, and it starts coming in. And I think, Jen, all of this is going to happen to you pretty soon, because this weight has been lifted. I've got someone with me in the spirit world for you, and they are bringing me to the back, and I think it was the lungs. I know the top half of my back is really giving me a little bit of a problem right now. So I don't know who it is, but there's someone in spirit with lung problems, and I feel a little bit breathy. So I assume if it wasn't an asthma, there might have been a cancer or something like this. But this person is here with you in the spirit world. I get the number 55 coming through with him. It could be 58, but I think it's 55. And I get the month of October as well. These might be two different things or different people, but just take these numbers on board and see what comes through with that. I want to see what else I can give you. There's someone here. I know you've got the letter J, but there's somebody else with the letter J in spirit as well. The name was far too quick for me to try and capture, and then I can't get it back. So please let me know again if you get any information that can validate this, even part of it. Because if there's something you can't take, then we'll try and discover why that is. Now, I've got to come back to Diliana in a minute, but of course we've got our little book, When I Love Myself Enough, and let's see what happens here. So here we go. I might need my spectacles for this. So, when I loved myself enough, I began to comprehend the complexity, mystery, and vastness. I can know the meaning. I can know? Aha, I missed a line. I began to comprehend the complexity, mystery, and vastness of my soul. How foolish to think I can know the meaning of another's life. Okay, there you are. Don't worry about other people. Let them worry about themselves. Focus your attention on what you want. Don't get involved with the chitter-chatter, because it brings your vibration down. Watch your world change. Okay, Diliana, I just want to give you When I Loved Myself Enough. This one's a little bit shorter. When I loved myself enough, I quit ignoring or tolerating my pain. And that's very true. You know, I was with somebody today, and it's no good ignoring pain. You've got to work through it. If you ignore it, especially in this vibration, it's going to come back and bite you even harder. So work through the pain, work through the tears. Tears are cleansing. Let it all go. And remember, we spoke about the prime directive. Spirit is going to be here supporting you. You're never alone. So, okay, let's see. Here, what's this one here? Would love a message from from the spirit world, if possible. Thank you. Okay, yes, message from the spirit world. Before I've got to have another drink here. So I've got another person here in the spirit world who's very, very bubbly, very cheerful, very fast, very a very generous soul that I've got here is the only way I can describe this person. This was somebody you could rely on, you could go to. I feel this is a male energy, actually, but this person here in spirit was somebody that never let problems get them down. They would never usually let problems get that far that it would worry them. In general, of course, there's a little bit of up and down. So this person is here with you. He has been with you for quite a while. He's not your guide, but I get the number 2 with him. So there's something around 2. And he talks about, it sounded like sister. So there is some kind of relationship, family relationship with this person that's here with you. So I'll tell you what he wants to bring along to you. And he wants to, and this is what he would do on the earth play. He asks you the question, why are you worrying or thinking about this? You shouldn't be putting your attention in that direction. You should be putting it exactly where you want it to be. He's telling me that you feel stuck, or you've reached a plateau that you don't know how to go to the next stage, or to a stage in life where you get excited again and find fun again and find joy again. And he says you've just got to get up there and do it and find it and be it and live it. And okay, I'll tell you what he says. He said, be like Lady Godiva, on horseback. He said, just let your hair down once in a while and just go and do exactly what you want to do, because this, he tells me, is what is missing in your life, that's lacking a little bit in life. It's just that thank you, the thrill. You miss the thrill. And when you was younger, you had a lot of thrilling times, he tells me. I dare say you might have been uncontrollable from time to time, which is good for you. But anyway, so he's here to give this message to try and get you back into this frame of mind. He also, from what I understand, dancing, there's something to do with dancing around you, and perhaps you've stopped dancing and you should go back to doing dancing, not necessarily in clubs or anything like this, but even at home, just to, when no one's around, just dance. There is actually a spiritual aspect to dancing as well. And I think that's probably why he's bringing it in. This person, when he was on the earth plane, by the way, didn't care too much for worrying about the spirit world or what was over the other side. He was more concerned about getting through life here today on the planet. I get the feeling what he's showing me is that he believed there was something there, but didn't put any attention into what it was. I'll soon find out. So there was quite a philosophical aspect to this person. What else now does he want to say? This might give you a clue. He makes me hold my hands like this, so when he was standing or sitting, his hands would be in this position. Because this is not something that I normally do. And I'm sort of rubbing my hands a little bit as well. I don't sense that he smoked. I don't pick any of this up. He might have done, but he's not showing me any of this at all. He's changed his ways. It's another way of putting it, I guess. Thank you. So this is what we have for you. There's something else I just want to come back and ask him just to come closer again a little bit, because I want to, there was another part of the message, and I think that's important that he wants me to give. Okay, we get back to, because he shows me a watch, and he asks me to ask you, you don't have to worry about time. Okay, it's irrelevant in that respect. You've got plenty of time to do everything that you want to do. Thank you. Again, it boils back down to that worrying about things. There's nothing to particularly worry about, so don't worry about time. Just go back to sort of ground zero and start having that childhood joy is the only way I can describe it. And then you can see your world begin to change like everyone else's. He wants you to know that you can't stay in this stuck position, is the phrase that he puts it. And if he was here, he would give you a kick up the backside, he said. But I know you're not going to stay in this stuck position. I know his words have been inspiring to you, because these are not my words. I'm just relaying what he says. He is with you. You don't often, well, you do sense him. You do sense this person, but you'll start to have more lucid dreams as well. Is the other thing. You might not see him, but you'll see other people in the spirit world. They'll be able to help you and support you. You've only got to ask, he said. You've only got to ask. And with that, he steps back, and I shall give you a little When I Love Myself Enough. And this is a short one, thank God for me. There you go. When I loved myself enough, I began feeling such relief. And that is so true. When we decide we love ourselves for who we are, what we are, we let go so much baggage, is the only way I can phrase this, I think. So good on you. Keep going, and let me know in the comments if any of this resonates with you. Let's see what we got there. Okay. What's that? Buffering. Okay, that's buffering. Okay, what's this one? Hi Mike, any messages from my ancestors or spirit guides today? Okay, let's have a look. Another quick drink, excuse me. Now I've got to go back to that one. Any messages from my ancestors or spirit guides today? Okay, I think a couple of your ancestors are guides with you. I think you've got loads of guides around you, because I think from what I can see that you have that mediumship quality. But rather than mediumship quality, I think there's more of a shamanistic thing with you. So you do go back many souls, it seems, many incarnations, and you've been many things. But the basic family has always been about healing and spirit communication in one shape or form or another with you. Just to let you know, I've got someone in spirit, as we talk, is giving me real head pains, and it's at the back of the head. So just take on board that person. You might know who it is. As I do talk, I begin to have to slow down my speech, because I get breathless as I begin to speak, and I begin to slightly find difficulty in saying the words. So this is all the same person. So just take on board that. I'm going to ask him just to step back just a little bit, so that I can continue here with messages from ancestors and guides. So, okay, with regards to the guides, they're pleased with your progress, but as with quite a lot of us, almost all of us, they want us to do more. They want us to excel. And one of the reasons we don't excel is because, one, we've got so much on our plate that we really don't have time to focus our attention on anything else. Nonetheless, this person says, nevertheless, Uh, you now is the time for you to try and find that little bit of extra energy to start. Thank you, thank you. This might be very important information for you to continue the family tradition. Were his words. So I think it's up to you in the family that exists today to continue this path of healing, energy work, channeling, or shamanistic work, whatever it is in that field. It seems that you're the chosen one to do this, and why not? What a bit of an honour. So the time has come, the time is here amongst all the chaos that you're seeing. And I know from what he's telling me, you've been keeping an eye on things. And I know what he's telling me, that you're looking at it with a kind of interest from the different perspective, and not that earthly, oh my good God, you know, the world is going to hell and back. You're able to, as I mentioned earlier, see through the layers of what really is going on. And they ask you to continue to see through the layers and trust in that. Now this gentleman with the head has now brought the pain all from the side, all to the front. So I'm sure this person I got with me had a tumour or an aneurysm or something in like this. So he's really stepping forward now. Let's see what else. There's an elderly gentleman that stepped in, and he made really old bones. He's about 83 years of age. This is a different person, I think, to what I've got here. And this person at 83 used to smoke. It's another man. This man was a smoker, and he really enjoyed his cigarettes, and strong cigarettes as well. As you see, he's making me do this. I don't smoke, so he's making me do this. Again, he was a thinker. This is always a representative of a thinker. He doesn't hold his hand like this, but when they make me do this, it's always representative of somebody that was quite well thought out. He comes in here, and he's in here to help you. Would you be aware of an elderly lady that actually did do sort of shamanistic rituals or drumming or fire ceremonies or something like this? Because this is what they're showing me right now. And I actually think this is a direction you're going to go in at some point. Not yet. But, you know, these fire rituals and things like this. So there's big plans for you, my dear. And the time is getting ready for you to step up. The time is now necessary for all light workers, if we can call them light workers, I guess, yeah, to step up and now bring humanity to this next level. And that is partly your job. So I'll leave you with that message. Let's have a look, see what we got to say. Oh God, it's a long one. Let's have a look. When I loved myself enough, I learned to ask who in me is feeling this way. When I feel anxious, angry, restless, or sad. If I listen patiently, I discover who needs my love. Very interesting. I would say that was there. You know, I would say that was there. You know, in the spirit world, they of course they understand brother, sister, mother, father. Of course they understand brother, sister, mother, father. But they see things a little bit different, in as much as, because it's energy, they're talking about energy. And so it would be a brotherly energy or a motherly energy or a sisterly energy or an auntie type of energy. And that's how they come through to me. So maybe you could understand that this person was of that kind of energy. You know, a brother energy could be a protectorate energy, if you like. So, yeah, try and associate it with something like that. Under the circumstances we're working at today, it's probably the best we can do, and we get close to it, right? You know, it's we have so many to get through. So yeah, there you are. I wonder if we got anyone else today. If I've missed anyone, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll call it a day. I mean, Hazel's just popped in. She's said hello. She hasn't asked for a message, but Hazel, I'll give you a message. And I'll keep it quite light so it's not personal or anything like this. Okay, we got the month of March, so something is going on in and around you at the month of March that's important to you, because the person in spirit wants you to know about the month of March. Or is it the month of May? It's certainly an M. It's either March or May, I'm not sure. So this person steps in, and it's a he, and he hears and sees the sometimes sadness that you have. But I got to also say, he kind of admires your courage, because courage isn't easy, and he knows what you've gone through. And as with I think the last lady that I mentioned, don't see this as a lesson. See it as an experience. And this way you won't need to have that experience again. He's talking about travel, and he encourages you to travel more, to get out of the immediate area that you're in, which still weighs a little bit heavy in and around you. And by doing this traveling, it will show you different ways, different ideas, and take you away from your problems. So it's not running away from it, but taking you away into a happier, joyful place. This person I've got with me either used to whistle a lot around the house, or used to la la la, or sing, or would be quite wouldn't be quiet around the house. You'd always know this person was here. So I feel I've got a man here. I feel I've got an adult man here with me, and the back is straight. So this person gives me the impression of being tall, because his back is straight. But when I always see a straight back, it also tells me that this is someone of a high ethic, good ethics, a good moral background. And this person had this. So maybe you can take this. And he also gives me something that's on a chain or a necklace with I don't know, it's either a locket or a coin or something, but it's a chain, and there's something on the end of the chain, and he hands this to you, and I think you've got this. And as he's there, there's also two other people step in, an elderly man and an elderly lady, and I think the elderly man and the elderly lady are together. They're both quite small actually, and they both made old bones. With that, Hazel, I'll leave that, and if you can understand who that was, you can always just give me a message on my Facebook page, and we'll see if I can add any more to it. Hi Mike, can you tell me something about my connection to Kufstein in Tyrol? Thank you. Hello Irena. Okay, can I tell you something about your connection? Okay, let's have a look. Right, I'm going to have to put that down there. Okay. First of all, what I'm sensing is look. I've got someone here in the spirit world. To be honest, I don't know if Kufstein is a place or a person, but I've got somebody here who is making me very warm, very hot indeed, particularly around the face. And so whoever I got here is had issues, either blood pressure issues or probably something going on around the brain, something like this. So this is who I've got here. But as for your connection, I think the connection can be could be seen two ways actually. Thank you. It can be seen as something that it's time to let go of, or something that you've got to complete and something that you've got to finish in Tyrol. So there's two aspects here, and I just sense that either one will do, but there's no completion. It's in the open. It hasn't been settled. Thank you. That's the word. It hasn't been settled, and something needs to be settled there. And I think whoever I've got here is helping you to do this. Before I carry on, I think you might sense someone around you right now. I'm getting lots of breezes coming through me now, a big breeze coming all the way around you, and I think you're going to be picking up on this pretty much soon. It's someone in the spirit world. They're coming close to you. So the only thing I can get at the moment is something has to be completed. There needs to be closure of something down there in Tyrol. This person in spirit is going to help you do that, or you need to let it go. But at the moment it's hanging. It's just hanging in the air, and that's no good. That's stopping your progress. That's the message that I'm getting. I want to say, I want to give you 3, and it feels like 3 months. So I don't know what's going on there with around about 3 months in all of this, but take the 3 months and see, when you look back, see if it can resonate within the subject of what we're talking about. So that's a quick one. It was a short one. It was a quick one, but that's what I've got for you. If you get back to me, because we're running out of time soon, I'll just get through these last few. If you get back to me, I'll be able to work on it and develop it and see what comes. So, when I love myself enough, I learn to say no when I want to, and yes when I want to. How about that? Perfect. I would say that's a good way of doing things. Okay, so thank you, Irena, for that. I hope that's been helpful to you. Tatiana, hi, Tanita. Hi, Tanita. Okay. I'd appreciate a message from my spirit team. If I'll find a job soon, please. Okay. Right. Okay. Yes. The answer to this is yes, because January and February, certainly January is dead for work. Absolutely. February things are getting back into it. But I've been told that one of the reasons that you're not getting much success with work is you're looking in the wrong direction. Spirit wants you, and it's your choice. Obviously, they'll go along with everything that you want to do, but you're looking in the wrong direction. There needs to be change of direction in where you're going. Something new, something different. And they know you're nervous about this, but it doesn't matter. They'll be there to guide you through this. So thank you. In other words, for something to change, you have to do something different, because to do the same thing, to apply the same way, will always end up in the same result. And so they've been encouraging you to do something different. Maybe you felt that you've been, say, applying for work, and you fill in these application forms and you're getting blocked. You can't seem to manage to fill it in properly, or something distracts you. This would be spirit, not stopping you from filling the form in, but trying to get the information across. Change direction. And thank you. I'm also told that you're undervaluing yourself in the positions that you are looking for. I've got someone in spirit who had a cough, feels like a smoker's cough, and is making me cough all the time. It's another man. It's all men here today. So hang on a sec. Let's have a look. Okay, it's a place. Okay. So that's the connection then, Irena. Something's got to be, there's got to be some kind of closure there, down there, or it's just got to be left and move on. Yeah, I'll see what else comes. So yeah, Tanita, that's the message for you, is to change direction, and you won't regret it. You don't undervalue yourself, which is what you're doing at the moment. Understandable, because what they're giving me is that you're going for security, so it's better just to do something, let's say, not so attractive that I can easily work my way through. And that's a nice idea, isn't it? You don't have so much stress. You can waltz through the work. But that's one of the reasons why you're also having difficulty in finding work soon. It's because your heart and mind are not synchronized. You know, the mind is saying, no, let's just keep where we're going. Let's just keep what we're doing, keep in that direction. It worked for us. We got an income. It was lovely. But your heart is telling you something different. So there's a conflict now. When the two come together, then the work will come quickly. So you have got to, this is the trick, you've got to come together, heart and mind, come together, have a conversation, and make sure you both are on the same page. And when that happens, then the work will come. So I think that's about it. If I remember any thoughts on what I'm supposed to... Spirit keeps asking me if I remember any thoughts on what I'm supposed to remember. I'm not sure about this, because Spirit knows that you probably don't know. For example, when Jeanne d'Arc came to the earth plane, she had to figure out what it was that her mission was. She wasn't told what it was. She was told what it was in the spirit world. But like all of us, when we come down here, we got to figure it out. Why? That's a big question. And I don't go along with it all because we got to learn. Because it's a pointless thing. That's, again, in my opinion, this is a very sort of authoritarian kind of approach, because in the spirit world everything is vibration, not on authority, you know. So when you come down on the earth plane, it's highly unlikely you're going to remember things that you're supposed to remember. It doesn't work like that. Your guides will nudge you into, that's probably more appropriate thing, nudge you into remembering what you knew when you was in the spirit world before you came down. The trick, be patient, just keep, not to keep looking, but just keep the openness to know that soon I'm going to remember what it is I'm supposed to remember. Now, when you phrase it like that, rather than what the hell is it I'm supposed to remember, they keep telling me I'm supposed to remember something. No, but if you change the way you see it, I know I've got to remember something. I know it's coming. I'll keep an open mind, and it will come. And I think that's the approach that you should do with that. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. Okay. yeah, well, look, I think that's about it. I think everyone's had a message. If you haven't had a message, let me know pretty quickly, because then we can call it a day today, and I'll be back next week with another show. What I'd say is, let's when we go off to bed tonight, I always find just a quick thought of gratitude for the day. I always look for something to be thankful for in the day, no matter how small. Something that made me smile, something that made me laugh, something I achieved, no matter how small. It's a great way to go to sleep. Sometimes I do healing and fall asleep doing the healing. That's another great way of falling asleep, because that healing continues when you are asleep. It's very much, I would say, similar to, you shouldn't go to sleep with the TV on, because when you go to sleep with the TV on, your conscious mind is aware of all of that that's going on. And obviously late at night, there's not so much nice TV. So go to bed doing a bit of healing. The conscious mind continues the healing. It's a great way to go to sleep. And of course, you get the healing also. So look, there we are. I think we've done everything tonight. It's been a fun evening, I think. It's been, for the most part, really quite a high energy type of evening. And it will remain this way, I think, because of the change, the faster planetary vibration, the prime directive that's lifted, and so on. And keep the faith, keep trusting the process. This new world is coming in. It's going to be a better world for everyone, but we got to focus on peace and abundance. That's all we have to do. That's our job. Focus on peace and abundance, and live within yourself peace from within and abundance from within, and it goes out to the exterior. And that is all we really have to do. So, okay, this is Mike signing off for today. I'll be back next Wednesday with another show. You can find me on Facebook there, Société Jeanne d'Arc, or our Telegram group is Société Jeanne d'Arc also. And yeah, just if you've got any questions, just drop me a line and I will get back to you. Maybe not straight away, but I will definitely get back to you. In the meantime, this is me, Mike Cavalli, and Jeanne signing off. Bye-bye for now.